I'm trying to figure out whether I should push or I should pivot, and I've been having a lot of trouble pushing, and that makes me unsure.
Okay, the only reason that you pivot is if a fundamental underlying assumption that you came into the business has been proven untrue. If I want to start a dog lash business where it's like I sell lashes to dog owners for their dogs, and I think there's going to be a big market and no one wants it, then that would be something I say I'm going to pivot. If it's I already are other people making money in your industry selling what you sell?
Yeah, we got it working. We got to $1 million a year in revenue and $500K a year in profit. But then I had a partner and I lost everything. Long story short, and we buy and sell comic books, and the problem is we've been having trouble getting enough high value deals where money can be made on the calendar. It's tons of sellers with like 50-cent comic books and not enough sellers with $5,000 and $10,000 collections.
Okay. Do you think that there's not that many that exist, or you just don't know how to find them?
It's like 1% of our leads, and I've already looked at all of the ads in our industry, and they've all it's just mining through a ridiculous amount of leads to get like the few gems.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of businesses that are like that, so that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, you had 50% margins on $1 million in business. That's not bad. So I don't want to I don't want to dissuade you from necessarily doing something that could potentially be lucrative. You make how much on the average deal, and how much does it cost you to get leads?
We've zero optimized the shit out of the landing pages. We got funnel hacked. I know the page is good. We're getting 600 leads a month at $10 a lead.
Okay, so it costs you $6,000.
On ads.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then 6 of those people are potential good customers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're averaging, I'd say the average deal we want is at least $2,000, but we've had some record months where we got some whales that are 50 or 100K, and that's what makes me interested.
Okay. I think that your issue is that you're dealing with insufficient volume. So volatility is a symptom of insufficient volume. So when you have I have some big months and I have some small months, if I were to say over a year, do you think you'd have a whale?
Yeah, we'd have multiple whales. I want a 5x ad spend, but then I'm worried that it's not efficient enough and that the sales team has to be too good and sell it. We're buying comics, training this. I've been through all your trainings. Training this where we're buying the comics versus collecting money has been challenging from a commission and tracking perspective and training, et cetera.
To me, these are not pivot problems. These are just these are business problems. Every business has things that are hard. And the fact that you did $1 million top line, if you did $1 million top line and 500,000 bottom line, to me, I'm okay. So you've already proven that this works.
Yeah, I just keep thinking this. I've had trouble getting this past me, and I see what you did with Gym Launch, and I can't help but think oh shit, we could scale a high ticket team teaching all this stuff.
Teaching what stuff?
How we run the ads and the setter scripts and the closer scripts.
For comic books or for just selling stuff in general?
For buying and selling comic books.
It's tough, man. I'll tell you why. All right, maybe I'll tell you why this is tough. Whenever I hear someone say, I'm really struggling to make a business work, so I'm going to teach other people how to do this thing that I'm not doing well with, it makes me
I'm not struggling to make it work. I'm struggling to scale it to the point where I, build it to a multi-million-dollar business with multiple drivers, not just me doing it.
Okay. Well, then, is there a way that we can enable? Is there a way that we can arm and make an army of people who are running your play, and then you can somehow not get a percentage of the deals that they're what would they struggle with if you were to show somebody how to do this? What would be the biggest issue? Because if they're being efficient with their leads, right? They're spending whatever. Let's say they spend $500 a month instead of $6,000, right? So they're going to get 50 leads. What are they going to struggle with?
They struggle with, they don't know how to get leads, then they don't know how to work the leads properly, then they don't know how to set appointments, then they don't know how to close a deal, then they don't know how to properly sell the comic books, then they don't know how to just keep doing it. again and
Well,
again and again.
is there a way that you could just like give them a menu and say like if you could take care of like, can you buy the comic books from them and then resell them and just basically have them basically decentralize the sales and then you still flip them? Because that would probably be, I would imagine getting the ability to sell the comics for a lot of money would be the hard part, is my guess.
Yeah, so acquisition, so getting more quality inventory, think gold versus scrap metal
Sure, yeah.
is like analogy. Like getting is definitely the constraint of the business. The problem is getting those high quality deals on the calendar versus just regular, regular stuff on the calendar, where it's like you're buying tons of 50-cent comics. Like that's been the constraint. So even if we tried to build like an agent model, like I'm worried that A, we still have to get those leads on the calendar and violently spend on ads, and then B, which we can absolutely do, but and I want to do that, but then B, it's like they can screw us, and I'm worried about like it's hard to track like how much you can make on this deal. It's very subjective. It's physical. It's not like revenue where it's like clear cut as to like how much it made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's
like
a used
these
car
comics
business.
would be worth this.
Yeah, it's a used car business. It's the same thing. People come in with a car. It's used. Now, the issue there is that it's Kelley Blue Book, and there's some standards there. But, like, I understand what you're saying. I mean, you kind of run a digital pawn shop, kind of. Okay. So what do? I mean, I'll say this. I think you have a good skill set. I'm not sure if flipping this into a business opportunity is the right play. Like, that feels meh. I think you could sell it, but, it makes me meh,
Yeah, that's why I haven't done it. Like, if I want to go biz op, I want to go B2B, and I want to scale it to something like Gym Launch. And then I think the TAM is too small, and I think it has to be all buying and selling businesses all together. And I think I'm not a good enough leader yet. I think I need another 2 years, and I'd rather just own the whole market, because I know that there's two options you said between you could own the whole gym market or you could just license it. So I think I could go either way. I think I just keep running into challenges. Just scaling it.
Dude, but I just want to encourage you in saying this. Like, dude, business is fucking hard, man. I know you know that, but sometimes it takes someone from the outside to be like, yep, that's how it is. It just like, there's hard shit, Do you make any content?
No, I've been all focused. No, honestly, I haven't, because I've been all focused on trying to solve this constraint and trying to be disciplined, even though I want to start like 25 different things. I've been trying to solve this one problem.
I do think that you making some content, because like I think comic books is definitely like a super contentable, like it's super easy. You can show them, people like watch it because it's cool, all of that kind of jazz, right? But I think it could generate demand for you on the buy side that would just decrease, it would offset CAC, and it would start to build the brand overall, which is how this thing becomes long-term a more sellable asset. And how, like, you're like, I want to own the space. That's how you would own the space.
And the problem is we were running ads on a national level, like the logistics of even buying those deals that are past local, it's like a traveling circus. It's so cumbersome. And I can't help but think like, I don't think this is the easiest business to start, but I do think it's the one I have the highest advantage in, and that's why, like, despite health issues and losing everything twice, like, I haven't quit.
Well, you're not on your third time yet, man, so you're good. Two is the sweet spot, All right, I want to help you though. So here's what I would consider as next steps, and I will say this before I get into it. Push and pivot is an eternal personal question. It's like, how much do I consume versus invest? There is no right answer. How much risk am I willing to take? Right? Those are personal questions. So I just want to be clear about that. This is me saying, if I were potentially in your shoes, what I'd consider. I would see there's two paths. One of the paths is not the biz op. I would say option one is you double down on this and you do own the market. You make the content, you figure out the sales stuff. You probably need to increase your ad spend so you can decrease the volatility. If you were spending $18,000 a month, that one whale per quarter would be coming in one time per month. And you can just know that law of large numbers, it would be there, right? That's path one.
That's what I want. I want to do that. And then it's just a question of like getting the ROAS up high enough. And I've tried to like downsell the list, of course, and I've been struggling with the ROAS, the efficiency there.
No, I hear you. But when you get your whales, your ROAS is really good, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, we can make a lot of money with this.
Again, I would just look at, I'm gonna zoom out because it's gonna be Important point for everyone. So you spent $72,000 that year that you did $1 million in sales, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No,
if you
no. But it would probably be. I'd probably spend $15,000 a month on ads and do $1 million in sales.
Okay, so you spent $200,000 or 180 that year, and you made $1 million in sales. So you have 5 to 1 minus the cost of acquisition, right? But the cost of acquisition, I'm guessing, is not very much considering you spent whatever, because you still made $500,000 in profit, right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the issue is like, okay, you're spending 70 currently. It's like we need to triple it, and just even if you're tracking, it's not like this is like getting a data infrastructure is just part of scaling, dude.
We need a money model to downsell the 99% that aren't a good fit, or the 95% that aren't a good fit, like a $97 appraisal, and then we can liquidate the ads in that way.
I love that. I love that. Include with the appraisal some sort of digital thing that they would find cool or valuable.
So I just like call 100 people and like give a triple guarantee until they buy it, and it's like this works. Like I will, like, if you do not get at least $300 of value, I will, it's free. Like,
yeah.
I've tried this so far, and they're like, they don't want it. Like, they're too curious. And I can't help but think, like, there is something that liquidates this ad spend. Like, I know it's there.
Yeah. I would just ask them what they want. It's an easy way to do it.
But all they want is me to buy their comics, and if their comics aren't good, it's like a problem.
Yeah. They're still interested in something. And it might just be repositioning how that so the $97 offer that you have tried and no one buys is what?
So I tried a course for $37, which was we'll show you how much it's worth and how to sell them yourself, and they hated it. You converted it 1%, and then I started calling a few people here and there.
Was this a self-liquidating? How about this? How about you give? So one is you can give, like you give priority, number one. To those people. It's like, listen, we have a lot of people who have comic books. You can jump to the front of the line by doing this, right? I do like the idea of it's 97, and if we buy your thing, we'll credit it towards it, kind of thing.
Yeah. I tried the course for years, and I wrote 7 different VSLs, and I'm like, either this traffic won't convert, or I just haven't done a good enough job.
I don't think it's a course angle. I think it's about the sale. Right, so you've got risk, you've got ease, and you've got speed. Right, those are the elements of value. And so speed, it's like I can see you first, right? The risk component is I can guarantee that I see you, which is like not like you'll go to the top of the pile, and I guarantee that you'll get your response back from us within a day, right? Something like that. Risk reversal is, and if and when we do it, and it's not a fit, like we'll give you half of it back or something.
So it's not an appraisal. So we score our leads automatically, so we can have our best leads go to the best closer, which right now is me. But we have 70% are form DQs. Do we make an offer on the landing page to the form DQs to?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
video sales letter.
We're also, I mean, there's this whole idea of like we need to make a self-liquidating offer. There's also just the like you got 5 to 1 last year, and you could just spend the money again and just know that your volatility will happen and be counteracted with more volume.
Yeah, I just know that money's tight as I'm rebuilding. If I just nail this one liquidation thing, we could scale the fuck out of it. And to me, like, that's the thing.
Yeah. Then you, like, this is the work of business. Let me frame this question differently. Then I got to hop to the next one. But what do you think would happen if you can get the leads to offset? If you can offset CAC or even 50% of CAC with some sort of self-liquidating offer, what would it do for the business?
Oh my God, we can start bringing in really, really good people and scale it like 10x.
Right.
More.
So let me frame it for you. You only have to solve this one thing, and in so doing, can build a large $10 million plus business that's sellable.
Yes.
So it's a instead of thinking like, man, this is a hassle, it's like, yeah, and that's why you're going to create $10 million of value when you solve it. Not bad.
No, but I've been trying it for 2 years. The downsell course didn't work. I just have to get better.
I don't know if a course is the way.
You're right.
Like if you kept trying to resell a course, it's like to me that's not trying for 2 years. It's trying the exact same thing over and over again. Like you're trying to persuade better on a course when that's just the wrong offer.
So I have to.
You need to find product market fit for something else that somebody who has that wants.
So I need to talk to every single customer forever.
Yeah, or maybe it's a listing fee, dude. Yeah, maybe it's a listing fee. Maybe it's a combination of appraisal and listing. So it's like, listen, we can't buy it, but we have a big network of other buyers, and for $37, we'll send it to our list of other buyers to see who's interested.
Okay. I'm going to try it.
Okay?
I'm going to keep doing this. Let's figure it out. Thank you, Alan. You're the best.
Appreciate you, man. No, you're the best, dude. Appreciate you.